It's a pleasure to be with you today from Dallas, Texas, and a real honor today to be with a very dear friend and my spiritual father in the faith who I've known for many, many years, Jim Hodges. So, Jim, welcome. We're privileged to have you.
Thank you.
We want to share with you just some information. Before I do that, a little bit of background. Jim and Jean Hodges lead Federation of Ministers and Churches International, which has been in existence now and based out of Dallas. How many years?
25 years.
25 years, and an international network of churches and leaders, again, from not only America but other nations. And so we're just very, very thankful to have this opportunity to be with you today and to tell you about something that's coming up concerning our nation. We're going to be partnering in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill August 15 and 16. The conference and the gathering is titled For America's Future. And again, you can go to our website, ile-dc.org, for all the details and registration information, etc. So I wanted to have the moment and have Jim talk to us a little bit about when you think about and overview America, Brother Jim, what do you see? What are your concerns? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, the first thing I want to say is, Hope, thanks for having me on the video today. My opening statement is simply this: America is recoverable.
Good.
I was watching recently the series on History Channel, The World Wars, and learned a lot I had not known about that, and found out that after World War I, there were mistakes made by key leaders. For example, leaving out the Japanese who had helped us defeat Germany in World War I, but we left them out and didn't honor them and give them some portion of the spoils of war. So they became our enemy in World War II. But I also learned, like in the life of Churchill, that he was the Secretary of Navy in World War I, but he made a bad decision and he was removed from his office. Instead of just sitting home being shamed, he got up and volunteered for the infantry, proved himself, and of course in World War II he's a leader that turned everything.
Wow.
So what I feel about the nation is this, that God has a generation right now in America that can deal with the mistakes of past generations.
Excellent. Excellent.
And I believe because of that promise in God, America is recoverable. There's still hope for our nation. I agree with Dutch Sheets that we probably got a 2 or 3 year window, but we have time and we have the people to turn our nation.
I think you can already get a feel for one of the giftings and strengths that Jim brings to the table, and that is as a teacher, historian, etc. And he is going to be one of our speakers for the Conference for America's Future in D.C., and we're just thrilled about that. And so I wanted you to just get a little taste of that teaching and the history, etc. Jim, tell us a little bit about what are your thoughts concerning a conference on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. Just talk to us out of your heart, please.
Well, you know, we've got a history of that. We've gone to our capital. You've emphasized that for years in your ministry, the importance of capital cities. We've gone, ILE has, to the capital city, had conferences there that made a real difference, and I believe this year is going to be the best yet. So excited about the lineup of speakers you got, generational speakers, well-known speakers, Dr. Harry Jackson, Dr. Dutch Sheets, and others. So I feel like this year is going to be tremendous, because we've got a record now, some favor there, some history there, and some momentum that we'll feel this August 15 and 16 in D.C. from previous gatherings.
Excellent. Well, we again are very excited and want to invite you, consider this to be our personal invitation to you to come and be a part of that. Again, Jim mentioned Harry Jackson, Dutch Sheets, and we're very excited this year. Feel like the Lord said to emphasize and platform the generation. So even one of Dutch's daughters, Hannah Sheets, is going to be sharing. A young man, Art Cerna, from the Austin area, a young lady from Mississippi, Dana Slager, and others are going to be sharing. And then the other thing, these will be times we'll have after the speakers of prayer and worship and declaring, if you will, whatever's released there over this nation. So we want to invite you, encourage you, again, ile-dc.org, where all the information, we tried to make the registration very low to make it affordable for many, many people. We want to encourage youth groups to come and be a part of this. Make this your summer trip, to come to your nation's capital. Let's do our part to turn America. And so we do believe, as we said at the very top, that this nation is recoverable and can be turned, and it's extremely important that we as a body of Christ do our part to turn it. So I want to have Brother Jim give the last word whatever he'd like to say to us. Again, thank you for allowing us to be with you today for America's Future, Washington, D.C., August 15 and 16, Greater New Hope Baptist Church. All the information, ile-dc.org.
Yes, the remnant gathers in August in D.C., the remnant of biblical intercessors, the remnant of kingdom-minded believers, the remnant of spiritual strategists to turn our nation. Don't miss this gathering.